Hello, and welcome to the Sci-Fi Christian. I'm Matt Anderson.
I am Ben DiBono.
And today, Ben, we're going to talk about an excellent show.
Matt, we just reviewed Alphas.
Yeah, so you can go and find our review on the show Alphas from the Sci-Fi Network.
And neither of us liked it that much.
No,
but this is an entirely different story.
This show was amazing. It's called The Booth at the End.
And it's available only on Hulu right now.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was originally released as webisodes.
That's what I understand as well, but I'm not 100% sure.
This is what I think happened. 62 short webisodes.
Like 2-3 minutes type thing, yeah.
And so I actually counted, I figured about how many were in this one 22-minute show.
Yeah.
I think we saw about 11 mini webisodes in it. So this show was going to be...
I wonder if there was ever more than one character in an episode, though.
No, there was not. That's what I'm guessing, is that like when it would say James...
That each one of those is a separate
Jenny,
episode.
That's how I counted, so I hope that was right.
Yeah,
so
I actually hope you're wrong, because I would like for there to be...
More than 6 episodes?
Right, yeah. Exactly.
I actually hope I'm right, because even though I like the show, this was probably season 1, and I'm okay with having 6 episodes for the first season.
Sure.
And having put together some more stuff. So, Ben, where should we start? I mean, everything was good.
How about I recap the show a little bit, or just describe it? So the show is actually shot entirely in a diner. Mm-hmm. And Xander Berkeley plays this guy who's just sitting in a booth at the end of the diner. And that's where the entire show takes place. Sounds thrilling, right?
You remember Xander from 24, right?
Oh, yeah, and tons of other stuff. Yeah. He's been on X-Files, and I'm blanking where else he's been, but he's in a lot of stuff.
Great actor.
Air Force One.
He's awesome.
Back in the day.
That was a good one, yeah.
Got killed by Harrison Ford.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
So, great actor. Continue.
Totally. So... It sounds like it would be really boring because you have an entire show that's just in a diner of Xander Berkeley talking to people.
Yep, so it's just 2 lead actors talking and just extras walking in the background. In fact, I don't even believe we see the face of the waitress, do we?
No, though I watched a preview of the show as a whole, and you see her face later.
Spoiler alert, waitress's face is going to be revealed.
Yeah. So, a very different show than what we're used to, but that's part of what worked for me, is the minimalist style of it, and the way it was able to draw you into a really intriguing show, just based on the characters and the dialogue. So, in this review, we are going to spoil, so we can talk about it in full. So, if you haven't watched it yet, go to Hulu. It's 22 minutes, it's awesome. From here on out, spoilers. Our short reactions, we both loved it. We loved it. Yeah. So I would say 5 out of 5. Definitely. 5 perfect score. Okay, so let's spoil. Okay, go for it. Well, there's a bunch of characters, like you said, and all of them are there for different reasons. They want something, and they've all come to find out somehow, we're not told this, and I don't know if we'll ever be told how, that, what are we going to call the main character, the guy in the booth? He doesn't have a name. The man in black? The man, yeah, sure, whatever. No, let's just call him the guy. The guy in the booth. I love that he doesn't have a name, by the way. Yeah. That's so cool. So the man in black has this ability to make things come true for people. And so he's gained a reputation, probably in small circles, that if you go to him, he makes a deal with you. If you keep your part of the bargain, he will give you what you want. And it's big things. No, that's not accurate. Okay. He won't give you what you want. You will get what you want. And I think that's going to be a really important distinction later on. Because he even says, I don't give you it. I don't make it happen. Good point. He said, do this, and you'll get what you want. Exactly. So like when one person he tried to lie and say, I did kill this guy. Yeah. He said, no, you didn't, because if you did, you would have what you want. And that, to me, is part of what makes it so fascinating, is it's not him bargaining with them. Yes. It's him giving them instructions, and then somehow, through them doing these things, they're going to get what they want. So it seems to be miraculous things. For example, one thing, here I'll say what the people want. James has a son who he's dying. Do we know how he's dying? I think it was cancer. That's what I thought too. Yeah. And so he wants his son to be healed. Jenny, is she the one that wanted to look pretty? Yep, she wants to be pretty, and he tells her to rob a bank. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's do it that way. So James, he wants his son to be healed. His mission is he has to kill a girl. Yeah. And I don't know if it was specified young, but he picked a young girl. He's picked a 4-year-old girl. Yeah. I think it was just he had to kill a child. Yeah. Jenny, like you said, so how did he phrase this differently? Like when she said she wanted to be pretty, he said something about like pretty in your own eye, or... How will you know when you're pretty enough? I'll know. So you want to... So then he said, so you want to know that you're pretty enough? And she said, no, I want to be pretty until I know that you're pretty enough. So he's very specific with the request. Yes. And so she has to rob a bank and she has to get 101
$1,043.
That's so cool that it's like that exact.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, then there's a guy named Willem who opens up, I think, like a magazine, and there's a centerfold, he's like, I want her.
Yeah.
And so his mission is to protect a child, a specific child.
And I'm guessing that it's the child that James is supposed
Which
to kill.
is awesome. He's given one guy the mission to kill a girl, and then that guy gives all the address and everything.
Yep.
And Willem, his mission is to protect the same girl.
Yes.
So one of those people are not going to be able to do what they're supposed to be doing.
Right. Though Willem only has to protect her for a month.
10 weeks, was it?
Or 10 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know there was some, I don't forget the exact amount of time.
Yeah.
But it was some sort of set period of time.
Yep.
Which is really fascinating.
Yes. Mrs. Tyler, who was an older woman.
She was cool.
She was definitely cool. She has to explode a bomb in a public place.
Right.
And she wants her husband, who has Alzheimer's, to be healed.
So I think that you can start to see the connections between all of these don't quite line up. How does blowing up other people lead to her husband getting better?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think we already talked about it a little bit, is that if Willem's mission is to protect a child like a guardian angel, I think he sends the people on missions that are going to overlap. We'll get to Melody, who's next, actually. She wants money, right? Is that,
enough money for her dad to be happy or
Yes.
something like that.
And so what if her dad will be happy with $101,043?
Right.
Because we don't know if we're seeing these in chronological order.
That's true.
But her mission then, this is an interesting one, find a shut-in and get him to leave the place that he finds safest. So, what's that going to be about?
Right.
Yeah. Two last people. Alan, who seems to be a police officer.
Yep.
His mission was to kill a person. I don't think it was specified who, right? He chose somebody.
Yeah.
And do we know what he wants?
No, we don't.
I don't think so.
Or if we do, I don't remember right now.
Finally, Sister Carmel, who was Nina from 24.
Oh, I knew I recognized her from somewhere.
Yep. She is a nun, and she feels like she can't hear God anymore, and she wants to be able to hear from God.
And she asks him, "Are you the devil?"
Which is maybe the most important question that he's been asked in the whole show. Because he could very well be the devil, making a deal with the devil.
But then he's also, it doesn't line up because he's also doing good things.
Well, what good things is he doing?
Protect the girl, but I suppose he put the girl in danger in the first place.
He's giving that
the shut-in person.
He's giving the diner a lot of business.
He is doing that. But like, go help somebody, who's a shut-in and help them get out of their comfort zone and experience life. That's a really good thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that's like, what are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah. Did you like the notebook he had?
Yeah.
That was awesome. So he has this notebook, and when somebody says, "I want to make a deal with you," he just starts looking through to see.
Right. He's
how
not
could
writing
he use
stuff down.
No, it's already there, and he needs people to do certain tasks.
Like with Jenny, that's where he got the dollar amount from.
Yeah. He just starts looking through, and he's like, "All right, I'm going to need you to rob a bank."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so intrigued about how all this is going to come together.
Completely. Here's some good quotes. One of them asks, "Do you think that will work?" And he said, "What do you think? That's what I care about."
Yeah.
So it's a lot about their thought process. He wants all the details on how they're going to complete their task. It's not just about the end game of finishing the task. He wants to know what goes into their processes.
He's kind of a really sadistic psychologist in some ways.
Interesting. So why do you think he's asking them about that process?
I don't know. I have no clue at this point what his motivations are, or who he is, or how he knows this stuff. In some ways, there's a part of me that almost doesn't want to know. I hope that they keep I hope they give us a little bit more on him.
Yeah.
But I also hope they keep some stuff about him mysterious. I hope we never find out his name, his origin, or anything like that.
No.
It'd be good to know his motivations a little bit more, but there's some stuff that should be kept mysterious.
Like,
about
does
him.
he answer to somebody, or is he the top person?
Yeah.
And it's when people ask, his opinion on things, he's like, "Well, that's your decision. You do what you want." And then and he also points out, it's not my job to help.
Yeah.
It's his job just to give the tasks.
So let's make a couple of predictions here since we're in the first episode.
All right.
Will we ever get outside the diner?
We will not.
I agree. I think the entire show will be inside the diner.
Me too.
Unless it's something like in the very last episode.
Unless Mrs. Tyler decides to blow up a bomb in the diner to kill that guy.
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
Will he be revealed to be good, evil, or neutral?
He will not be revealed to be anything, because if they want to do any more with the show, if they reveal that, then
I think the point of the show is that you'll have to wrestle with
Yes.
whether or not he's good or evil.
Yeah.
So I agree. Any other predictions we should make?
There was one part, all along we're watching him and we're wondering, is he good, is he bad? There's one part where he does get a little eerie, and it's where, I think it was Jenny who said, if I get caught from robbing the bank, I'm going to tell him that you made me do it. He's like, no you won't. She's like, yeah I will. And he says, I promise you, you won't. And that was scary.
Is he going to sick someone else on her? Or?
I don't know. He could do anything.
Man, so it's every Monday on Hulu. So tomorrow we get another episode. I can't wait.
I have 2 questions for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you think he has special knowledge, or do you think it's all natural?
I think there's something supernatural going on.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So, your first impression, I know we've only watched one episode. Do you trust him?
No. Oh my gosh, no. I would not go to him.
Tomorrow is Monday. We can watch episode 2 tomorrow.
I know.
We'll be back with another review. We have to review this show.
Definitely.
Okay,
Maybe we should do a review on Tuesday.
Yes. Cool. Sounds great. Well, that's all from here. I'm Matt Anderson.
I am Bendy Bono.
This
Watch
side.
the booth at the end. It's awesome.
Immediately. What do we say here?
We're signing off.
Signing off.
Wow.